Hello world, I'm Miyah Sundermeyer, and I would like to welcome you to the latest episode of my vlog series. So far I have been able to share my own experiences on what it's like for me to live with Asperger's syndrome, or ASD, whatever you wish to call it. A second thing that I will do is give my 2 cents on what's going on with autism in the media. A third area entails providing tips and advice for those of you that are on the spectrum. I also reach out to your friends, family members, peers, mentors, educators, and employers. And I wanted to mention a few things before I dive into tonight's topic. So first and foremost, please be sure to click up here in the upper right hand corner. This is a video by Danny Rady of the Asperger Experts. And his video is called What Exactly is Asperger's Syndrome? And this was probably created despite the fact that the DSM-5 threw out that term. But I don't care. I still call myself an Aspie because that's what I'm used to, and I own it on being autistic. And I also wanted to mention that I do a series of written blogs on WordPress.com, which are scholarly and practical application, and you can find those under helloworld240.wordpress.com. That's helloworld240.wordpress.com. And first of all, I wanted to apologize to those of you that are subscribed and those of you that are my viewers. I have been out of commission for the last couple of weeks because, number one, I just didn't have any content I wanted to cover. And number two, I have been dealing with the scratchy throat since before the autism conference and exposition at Georgia. And I am still trying to recover from that. And I think it's probably allergies. So anyway, what I wanted to do tonight was give my 2 cents on what's going on with autism in the media. And I wanted to mention that I might get a little more upset than normal. And I don't want those of you who are my viewers to freak out. And I don't want you guys attacking me back. But these are some things that I feel need to be said. So as of lately, I'm noticing that there are lots of people on the autism spectrum who are making a big deal about learning manners and rules and social skills, and they are calling it as ableistic. And yes, I'm really sorry you feel that way, but just so you know, that attitude of yours is going to get you nowhere. And second of all, that's a very prideful and a very arrogant attitude. But here's what I think. Do you think that learning manners and rules in order to pass a job interview and keep a job, do you consider that ableistic? Do you consider learning manners and rules in order to meet a significant other because you want a boyfriend or a girlfriend or a partner? Is that ableistic? Do you think it's ableistic to have manners and rules in order to manage your anger so that you don't end up in jail and make yourselves even look even more bad by throwing things and cursing at people, and and even further, saying some of the nasty things that you do on Facebook and on social media by dropping the F-bomb or flipping the bird off in pictures, versus getting a job and being all that you can be? Do you consider those ableistic? Well, I for one don't. I consider learning manners and rules to be quite logical. In fact, it's common sense. Actually, there are some things that you're never going to be able to do, but manners and rules do need to be taught to those of you on the spectrum, whether you are 2 or 50. I mean, I had to learn social skills when I was 21. In fact, when my aunt first took me in, she told me that I had social skill problems, and it was hurtful. But she showed me that when I would walk around and greet people, I would look down at the floor, and I didn't really look where I was going or really pay attention to the fact that there were other people around me that needed to get somewhere first, or I also didn't notice other people around me. And so I don't think it's ableistic at all to learn these social skills, because they're what are going to help you succeed as a person. They're not there to put you in a concentration camp. They're not there to segregate you. They're there to help you grow as a person, because after all, learning social skills is a learning experience, and it shows that you're willing to grow as a person. Now, again, for those of you that are viewing this that are offended, I'm really sorry you feel that way, but just because you have your opinions doesn't mean I'm going to stop. So anyway, I'm out of time. If you like what I'm doing, give me a thumbs up, and please be sure to share my views on social media and with any of your autism organizations and with your schools and with the young adults. Until next time, I'm Miyah, and I'm signing off.